Are you guys struggling to get your swings right on the backhand and forehand? Are you not getting the mechanics and the technique just quite right? If it's common that you're hitting a drive and it's hitting the sidewall, popping out, and you're just giving your opponent plenty of loose balls, probably you need to fix some things in your swing, but it can get very overwhelming and complicated. So today I'm going to talk about the few most basic technique swing fixes on the backhand and forehand side. Welcome back, Squash Force. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video. I really appreciate it. Don't miss out on any future videos to improve your squash. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the basics of the swing mechanics, mainly in the backcourt to hit good drives. We're going to start on the backhand, breaking down the swing, why and how we need to hit it, and then we're going to do the same on the forehand. So yes, let's get right into it. Because I said I'm going to be talking about swing mechanics, I have one more thing here that where it now gets a bit more complicated. So make sure you focus on these basics before you get into this, all right? So now these are the absolute basics of how we're swinging our racket, okay? The very important things I've noticed are, firstly, you want to keep your elbow nice and tucked, not out and loose, because it's not tennis, it's not going to work well for squash. So keep a nice compact elbow. It's going to give you a lot of accuracy, all right? And in addition to this, we want to drop that shoulder when we're going back, all right? So nice and tight and that low, right? So we're in this diamond shape here. So if our racket is up, you see we have a little bit of a diamond shape here, and that's what we're going to get into. All right, so only two things: compact swing, low shoulder. Starting on the backhand, fixing the most common issue here is that a lot of the time people hit the front wall, then the side wall very early, the ball pops out into the middle and you're in a bad position, okay? So how do we fix this and what's the problem here? The problem here very often is timing, okay? If we're hitting the ball too late behind us, it's hard to get it straight. So most likely, from this angle, hitting it behind us, we're very likely to hit the side wall or hit front wall and then side wall. So the number one tip here that's very crucial is that you hit the ball out in front of you or when it's right about here. You don't want to hit it too far behind you. Timing of the ball. The second most basic thing I can think of is spacing. This is a very common thing that most players get wrong, is that they place themselves way too close to the ball, and that just avoids them from hitting a good line because you don't have enough space to follow through and hit a good ball. So it's very crucial that you hit the ball out in front of yourself and give yourself enough space and don't hit it too close to yourself, okay? So we have the most basic aspects down of getting the timing right and hitting the ball out in front of us. If we're getting that right, most of the time we're going to hit a good ball. So those are the absolute basics. Now, the last one I'm going to be talking about is the follow through, okay? If we want to hit a nice and tight drive down the line consistently, it's very important that we follow through nice and straight, okay? So we want to follow through nice and straight because that means the ball is going to go straight consistently and we're going to avoid hitting the side wall, okay? And we're gonna stay straight after we hit the shot, square to the side wall so that we're nice and stable, okay? Same thing, if we're hitting a cross court, obviously we're gonna open up, all right? But if we're hitting drives and opening up, we're not gonna hit great drives. We're talking about the forehand side. Everything I spoke to on the backhand applies here. Hit the ball far out ahead of you, don't get too close to it. Rotate the upper body, get nice and low, okay? But there's a few key differences on the forehand that you want to get right. Like I mentioned, get that elbow in and get that racket up. On the forehand, I feel it's quite important to have a stable wrist and then follow through, all right? So if I'm hitting the ball, I want to have my racket up nice and early, elbow kind of tucked in, and as I'm hitting the ball, my wrist is staying stable through the shot and following through straight, all right? And this kind of guarantees me to hit that ball nice and tight every time, making sure I hit it early or in the center, but never too late. So firstly, we're getting the basics right here before we work on anything else. But once we have that, what we're going to work on the forehand is, especially when we're coming back, rotating our upper body, right? This definitely helps because we're rotating away from the side wall, and then when we rotate, right when we hit the ball, we're square to the wall and nice and stable, and we follow through the ball, all right? Something else that you can eventually try here is hitting the ball more on the outside of it, on this side of the ball, right? That means we're spinning it like this, and it ends up staying away from the side wall, which is the purpose there, right? It's hard to do, but that's gonna avoid us hitting the side wall and just put a lot more pressure and get your balls nice and deep. Alright, let's summarize this video. I've noticed in my years of playing squash, the only way to get better is really start at the basics and focus on one thing at a time. If we're focusing on too much at a time, it's not going to go too well. So maybe choose the backhand, choose the forehand once at a time. To recap what we've spoke about in this video is I would suggest getting the very basics right first. Make sure you're hitting the ball out in front of you, not too close, and you're timing it that you're hitting it nice and early, but not too late, all right? Then secondly, work on getting that follow through nice and straight and staying balanced, all right? If you can get these things down, your technique is going to improve a lot and your game is going to improve a lot. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any feedback for me or have any ideas on videos that I can work on, it helps a lot. So yeah, I really appreciate you for watching. If you haven't done so yet, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next week.